Hi, and welcome to Life is Good Today. I was just sitting here, it's raining real hard outside, and trying to think about what I wanted to talk about today. I do this every Monday. I got to think about what I want to talk about. And so I grabbed a book, one of the books I like to read. It's called The Song of the Bird by Anthony DeMello, and I love it. I haven't read it lately. It's different quotes and stuff. So I opened up a page I had folded over. And years ago, I did a seminar created. It was called Balancing Relationships, about how to work through a lot of things in relationships. And one of the parts of the seminar were not keeping score, how easy it is to keep score in a relationship, and how that damages the relationship. And that's true of marriages, but it's also true of friendships, that we want to keep score. Maybe we got our feelings hurt or whatever. Anyway, there's a passage in here that I'd like to read that I think sums it up really well. It says, "Love's forgetfulness. Why do you keep talking about my past mistakes?" said the husband. "I thought you had forgiven and forgotten." "I have indeed forgiven and forgotten," said the wife, "but I want to make sure that you don't forget that I have forgiven and forgotten." So that kind of sums it up. Oftentimes we go, you know what, I'm okay, I forgive you. And 2 years later, we're bringing it back up again. Oh, remember when you did that? I mean, I forgave you, but you remember that? So we keep this score, and oftentimes that score is really our way of being able to call it back up when there's something going on that we don't like. One time when Nancy was taking care of her mom, and she'd been over there for about a year, and I was worn out, man. It was like, oh my gosh, I missed Nancy being here. She's taking care of her mom, which sounds really shallow, and maybe it is, I don't know. But I was really in a tough spot. We were riding in the car, and I just kind of went off on some stuff. And she said to me, "Mike, I wish you'd be a little more positive." And so I immediately went to Nancy. "I think I've done a really good job the last 2 years of being patient and supporting you in everything that you wanted to do." And blah 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 blah. And I finished, and she looks at me and she goes, "I think you have been too. I think you've done a fantastic job." I'm talking about right now. It's like, oh my God, I love this girl. Yeah, I was gonna keep score there and about how good I did, and then call that up when I was as justification when I was having a tough day. And of course, as she always does, she called me on it and said, "I'm not talking about that. You did a great job the last 2 years. I'm talking about right this minute. You're being kind of a jerk." And so I think we all need reminders of that. But I think I know I'm guilty of it. I like to let go of things, but I also like to use them. And of course, I love sarcasm. Anybody who knows me and is close to me know how sarcastic I am. And that's my form of love. I grew up in a neighborhood where sarcasm was, "Boy, I love you." So I warn people ahead of time. The more I love you, the worse I get. And so, but, keeping score in a relationship really is destructive. And so there may be just relationships you're in, or people you're around, that it's time to put some stuff down. And I've had examples all along. My youngest daughter, Colleen, at one point, I hadn't been seeing her a lot, missed her. And then I said, she came to the house one day, "Oh, my wayward daughter." And she said, "Dad, will you please quit saying that? I feel guilty when you say that." And I said, "Well, really, all I'm saying is I love you and I miss you." She said, "Well, why don't you just start saying that?" I said, "You're absolutely right." And so oftentimes in our phrases, we say things that are really scorekeeping. When I used to teach seminar after Nancy got really sick, and with all the head injuries and operations, I used to talk about it while teaching a seminar. I missed my girlfriend, and then it dawned on me one day I had to quit saying that because it was really a statement about how she was now wasn't good enough if she took it the wrong way. And that isn't what I intended it to be, but it's easy. And so I think in a lot of areas of life, we have to pay attention to how we say what we want to say. So if we miss somebody, we should tell them we miss them instead of my wayward daughter or whatever my sarcastic little quip is. So that's the thought of today, as I think about how blessed I am with good people, heading up to Dayton to meet a good buddy, and haven't seen him in a while, and I'm looking forward to that and having lunch with him. And last week having coffee with a good buddy that I missed. So it's the whole idea is like take care of what you want to take care of. I want to be with the people I love and see how they're doing and catch up. So I hope you have a great day. I know I'm going to have a great day today, even in the rain, because it's the only day I got, and it won't hurt me to get wet. So I'll be talking to you next week. Have a great week. Bye-bye.